Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Scott from HZAD Education, and today we're going through the CELPIP Listening section. If you are new here, we provide the most comprehensive mock test to help you ace the CELPIP examination, and we are going to focus on the listening section today. The CELPIP examination is for the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, commonly known as CELPIP. So it will take about 55 minutes. We are going through 6 parts of the listening section. You will watch me listen to the listening section, take notes, and then answer the questions below. So you get to follow along and do it at home. There are 6 sections, part 1 to 6, and it gets increasingly more difficult as we go on. Generally, there are about 38 questions. Stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to give you my best tips and tricks on how to run through this smoothly so you can get a high score on the CELPIP examination. So let's get started. Part 1 is the easiest section. You're listening to problem solving. You only get to hear the audio one time. So for that reason, today we will be taking notes. While I take notes, please watch carefully for things that I'm listening to, names, dates, numbers, because these notes are the only thing that will help you write or answer the questions. 8 minutes, 8 to 10 questions. We're listening to a dialogue. Di means 2 people discussing an issue or some type of social setting. And we're going to answer the questions below. All right, so let's get started. I'll play the audio and just listen carefully as I also listen.
You will now hear a report, and after that, 6 questions will appear. Choose the best way to answer each question. This recording will be played only once.
Where are you planning to go tomorrow?
Oh, the usual.
The park?
Of course. Why, what's wrong?
Aren't you tired of the same old routine? It's every weekend. Park, then work, 5 days a week, then the park again, and so on. I wish you could come up with something new, something more exciting.
Okay, but, it's not only my job to come up with stuff. Why don't you just tell me where you want to go?
It's not that simple.
Okay, so you want me to be a mind reader?
I just want you to be more conscious of my needs. You are my husband. You are supposed to know what my likes and dislikes are. I mean, look at Sarah's husband. He always knows what to buy her, where to take her, and how to make her happy.
Are you serious? So we're playing the comparison game now, and I'm just learning you're not happy with me?
It's not that I'm not happy overall. I'm just not happy if we keep going the same way we're going. You know what I mean? I need you to get better at reading my emotions. I don't know. It's just something you need to learn. Even if it's awkward, I just want you to find a way. Can you just try for me?
You want me to be a mind reader? Okay. I mean, what other options do I have?
All right, so we're done our listening section, and now I have a good set of notes to help me answer the question. We could always come back to this. Question 1 says, where does the wife go every weekend? Well, we learned in the beginning that the wife and husband go to the park every weekend. Now, it was the husband speaking, but we can understand that they go together, and she was quite annoyed or bored with that. 2, what should the husband do? Learn to read minds, guess what the wife wants, be more in tune with the wife's emotions, compare himself to others. Now, he did say this a few times. He said, ooh, you want me to be a mind reader? But that was done kind of sarcastically, and it was done not literally. What she actually wanted is for him to be more in tune with her emotions. See here? She said, or he said, mind reader? And she's like, no, be more conscious of my needs. So be more in tune, be more aware of my needs. How does the husband respond to the wife's concerns? He was not happy. He was a little bit angry, but it wasn't very angry. He wasn't tired. He was definitely sarcastic. At the end, he even said, "Okay, I'll be a mind reader," very sarcastically. Based on context clues, what is the D word the husband mentions? Now, this was done very briefly, but the D word is what he referred to as divorce. Now, you might need to think carefully of that because they are in an argument. They are not very satisfied with their marriage, supposedly, and they need to work through it, but divorce was the D word. The husband exhibits all of these positive qualities except wealth we don't know, humor we don't, sarcasm and humor might be tied together. Understanding, he didn't seem to exhibit understanding, so that could be our answer. And willingness. I don't think it's willingness because I didn't hear any examples of willingness. So that one is understanding. Why is the husband offended? He is not offended because he never mentioned that he didn't do anything wrong. C would be the best answer here. She says her friends' husbands are better. And that's when he started to get slightly more angry because she was comparing him to another couple. And he was not satisfied with that. 7, how did the husband react to therapy? He hated it. He found it useless. He wanted to go back again. He thinks it served its purpose. Both of these are definitely not the answer because he was not positive about it. He didn't directly say he hated it, but he did find it useless. And finally, question 8, the wife seems after therapy. All good, confident, optimistic, worse. I wouldn't believe that she felt all good or confident. That wasn't really explicitly said. But optimistic does seem better. Optimistic means that you are looking for the bright side or looking towards the bright side. Okay, so that is section 1. Next, we're going to continue with section 2. In part 2, we're listening to a daily life conversation. This can be usually between 2 people. 5 minutes, 5 to 6 questions. And we're going to answer the questions based on the idea of the conversation. Remember, it's getting increasingly more difficult. So, let's listen.
Wow, look at you all dressed up for the party.
I know, right? This is my best outfit. Cost me a fortune.
Oh, please. What's not affordable for you?
You'll be surprised.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll let you in on a secret. Unfortunately, my boss had to let me go last week. He said while my sales were on par with the others, my attitude just didn't sit well with him.
Whoa, what? Are you serious? That is so unfounded.
Yeah, and see, this is why I wanted to talk to you about this. Do you think I am belligerent or sound offensive at times?
Mostly no.
Mostly.
I'm not gonna lie, you do have a short fuse at times. And you sure you want me to keep going?
I'm not sure I do, but I think it's for my own good if I take your feedback. Lay it on me.
Okay. Please don't get mad, but Martha told me that you can get hot-headed sometimes. And it's not with us. She says it's mostly when you are at home with the kids. It's like you have your other self that comes out at times when you are at your worst. I haven't seen that side of yours, thank God, but it's just that I have heard things.
Things? So there's more?
There was Mark the other day, mentioning how you have troubles getting along with the senior partners at the firm.
Oh my lord, that is just not true. What does he even know about communication with senior partners? He's a newbie. What else did he say?
Henry, you just lost your job, and now you want to know these negative details about yourself? How do you think it's going to make you feel at the party?
Good point. Let's just reconnect on this some other day, eh?
Good idea. Let's just enjoy the party for now. I'll see you and Martha there.
No, the main speaker is Henry. His wife is Martha. Henry just got fired from his job, and it's because he has a short fuse. He's asking supposedly his coworker for some feedback, and the coworker gave him some very honest feedback about his short fuse, being hot-headed, and not getting along with other senior partners. So they're on their way to a party. Let's look at the questions. Why did Henry get fired? Not about underperforming. He doesn't get along with others, possibly, and he has a bad temper, possibly. So both of these are suitable answers. Which one is the best? They used the phrase short-fused, hot-headed, and both of those are phrases to talk about someone that has a bad temper. So let's go with bad temper. Where are Henry and his friends going? They are going to a party. They repeated that twice. And they said, okay, let's go to the party with Martha. Which of the following is not one of the people who voiced their concern? Henry is the main speaker. Martha was also a speaker. So let's put those like that. Mark was mentioned just one time, so our correct answer is Harry. Actually, these should be red because they're not the correct answer.